Couldn't wait, could you? You all waiting for your food? Okay, I'm here. There you go. Oh, here comes the cat. That's one of the calm ones. It saw me. Coming down to get its meal. That's okay. I don't mind. I like having more cats around. As long as they don't interfere with these guys. They're probably related. They're probably could be papas and aunts and uncles. So yeah, they're doing fine. Yeah. Am I in your way? I think I'm in your way. But it's not, see, you're it. He or she. Not as afraid as some of the other ones. At least it's content to wait until I'm out of the way. Right, cat? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cat's in no hurry. Well, I watered them yesterday. Grass. They look a little better today. Not as wilted. I don't see no cattle yet today. See, they're in. Not quite as hot as it was before. Or maybe it is. It's in the 80s. Going to be in the 90s today. I was thinking last night. I think I need to start working on that concrete work up at the corral. Get it ready for when I buy the quickcrete and start and finish the other side. But I got some concrete chipping to do first to help drain the water out when it rains. Because the one I already built, it collects water. The ramp, tire ramp for the trailer. So guess I'll be working on that today. Hopefully I'll be in the shade. Hopefully. That cat's still there. Yeah, I'm sweating already. I've only been out here a few minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna try to water that lemongrass every evening. What is on my head? It's a leaf. Yeah. Just to make them grow a little bit better. They got another month and a half before I harvest them or so. Yeah. Depending on the weather. As long as they don't get cold, I'll leave them grow. Yeah, I think I'm starting to see grass growing. It's more greener now than it was before. The areas that are brown, those were all the grass was thick. Yeah, the grass was thick. It's laying on top of the grass, but now that grass is starting to grow up underneath it. I might walk down there sometime and take a look of it, but I'll give it a week. Show how much is growing. Okay. Yeah, I'll do a little sweating today up at the corral. Bugs are bothering my ears. Probably mosquitoes. Yeah. A little overcast, that helps. Yeah. A few clouds, that helps, keeps it a little cooler. Also traps the heat too. Yeah. Oh well. I'll take what I can get. At least there's a nice breeze. Oh. The breeze is blowing in from northeast. So that's a little cooler. That's good. I don't know if the cats are going to follow me. Yeah, there's 3 of them. Mama cat's probably on the west side. She hangs out there a lot. I think she's trying to wean these kittens by staying away from them. Yeah, every time I look at this, I remember when I first moved in here. There were no trees here. There was a bunch of weeds here. Yeah, first time I bought it, it was been idle for a few years. And there's weeds, and all these cedar trees were small, and they were growing everywhere. I mowed around them. That's the first thing I did. I mowed, and that wasn't there yet. I had to get the tractor up somewhere, some other way. And that top of that ridge there along the road, that was full of trees and honeysuckle. Yeah, I had to hire somebody to dig that out, with a backhoe, dig that out for the road, and clear out all the trees. Yeah, that's the first thing. I think that's one of the first things I did. Yeah. And then, like I said, once after I had mowed the whole thing with a bush hog, yeah, there was no trees up here. Now the side of the hill, that side of the hill was covered with trees and brush. And all down there, that was full. That was packed full of trees. Mostly small trees, but there's some big ones, but we left the big ones. Yeah. I had somebody hire. I had a bulldozer, I think. Maybe a track hoe too. I know I had a track hoe to dig that pond, but that was years later. Years after I brought cattle here in 1990. The only pond I had was up there, and I think I dug that little hole back there too. Just as a backup, but that one's been filled in over the years. Well, they all been filled in, or bank. But then after 3 years of having cattle here, I noticed that was always a wet spot. It was hard. Couldn't drive my tractor through there. Couldn't do nothing. Cattle were always making big holes with their feet. Yeah, so I hired a track hoe and have them dig out that wet spot, and that's been a pond ever since. So it worked out pretty good there. Anyway, I just remember all the trees that were here, and like I said, I took all those little cedars that were left around because I mowed around them. I dug them up and planted a row right here. All these cedar trees came from this place. Yeah. I'm not sure why I did that. I'm not sure why I put one off to the side. I think I used it as a parking space. I remember I remember having a peach tree growing in there, right about where that trailer is over there. I had a peach tree. It didn't last long. Yeah, I just can't grow peach trees. Hey, kitty. Yeah. Anyway, that was a story about that. Yeah, I remember the guy who dug this out and cleared that up with he's a neighbor, or he was a neighbor. He was Dad's friend or something. He just lived down the road. His kids still live down the road too. And he also operates the backhoe. Anyway, there was a big sycamore down here I wanted to get rid of. I don't know where it was. Up there, down here. I forget where. I think it was down that way. Because originally, before I put the cattle here, I was going to put a garden down there. But it never happened. But I had the sycamore dug out, and he says sycamores have a big root ball, and it was hard to dig it out with it, but he got it. And then when they pushed all this out, cleaned all this up, they pushed some of it there. I don't know what they did with the rest of it. You'd think there'd be more, but I don't see no remains of any big brush pile, unless I burnt it all. Maybe I burnt it, but some of it wound up over there. And then after all the trees were there, then I had them dig a ditch there. Then about 83, yeah, about 40 years later, or more than 40 years, I had them redig this. I think it was the son. Yeah, it was the son of that guy who did the original. Yeah, his son, because that son worked the mini excavator, and he works for some construction company, excavating company. He dug that, and they did some other work for me around here. Like he placed the overflow culvert for the pond up there, and did some work out in the big pasture too on a culvert. So yeah, that's what I remember when I walked through here, what it used to look like. Anyway, I gotta survey the front. At least there's a breeze today. At least there's a breeze. That's good. That helps a little bit. I'm gonna get the truck ready to get out there. I'm gonna load up some tools that I think I might need. Hey, mama cat. Don't scare me like that. Yeah. Yeah, trying to stay away from your kittens, I think. That's what I'm thinking. It's hot. The breeze helps, but I'm sweating. Sweat's just pouring out of me right now. The humidity must be up. Anyway, I took the buckets out of the truck. This is the elderberries I picked yesterday. That was the first bucket. I picked down that way on the ditch. You can see there's some green ones mixed in with the red one. I'm gonna leave them for a while. Let them, how do they call it? Ripen a little bit more. And this is the second bucket. I got that down on the road ditch, right before it goes up the hill. Yeah. And then the third one I got over by on the way to the farm in the bottom there in the ditch on the way back. I tried another spot. I thought there were going to be some, but there were signs of elderberries, but the birds had eaten them all, or most of them. I got a couple bunches just for, I'm going to use them for seed. I'm going to try to grow some. I never tried that before. Yeah, I need to plant some. I can't depend on the wild ones anymore. I gotta domesticate them. I'll try to plant some in the garden if I can get some to sprout. I use the other bucket. Yeah. That's all probably I'm going to get this year. They're not. I got to them too late. Oh no, there's still some more. There's some green ones on that area back there, so I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna keep an eye on them since they're close to the house. Yeah, unless the road crew, township crew, mows them down, I'll try to grab them too as they get riper. Yeah, they must have come in late. They're still green. Anyway, I'm gonna pull these out, put them in that white bucket. Yeah, these got eaten up pretty bad by the birds. But I'm going to just lay these on top. I'm going to use them for the seed. I'll probably pick them off and let them dry out, and I'll save them. I'm not sure, but I see them growing wild every once in a while along the ditch. There used to be some over there, but every time he sprays, he kills them. Yeah. But I'm thinking that maybe the birds have to eat them, and seeds have to go through a bird's gut before they can germinate. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. Yeah, I know the birds spread a lot of seed. The mulberries, I don't see any mulberries sprouting underneath the tree. But along a fence row, like there, I see some sprouting there once in a while because the birds land on the fence and crap it out with the seed. And that's how they spread. Yeah. Actually, I got the cattle didn't eat it along that fence there on the other side of the fence in the pasture underneath those cedars. There's 2 or 3 young mulberries growing. I might dig them up and plant them someplace before the cattle eat them. Anyway, I'm gonna use this bucket. I want to see if I can get some rock somewhere for my work up at the corral. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. I'm gonna dig some holes. I gotta break some concrete, dig some holes, and then fill them with rock for drainage. Okay, let's set these aside someplace. Here for now. I think they're safe. I might work on them tonight or maybe tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be too tired to work on them this evening. Don't hurt to have them ripen a little bit more inside the buckets. I got me a bucket of rock. There's hardly anything on the edge of the road anymore since we paved it with new material and oil and rock. But down there where I was getting those elderberries on that culvert on the opposite side, there was some loose rock there, so I scraped that up. But carrying up here wasn't easy. It's heavy. I had to keep switching hands. Oh, now I'm out of breath. Yeah, I don't even think I need the whole bucket, but since I was down there, I said, I forgot. Get it while I can. I can use it somewhere else, maybe. Anyway, I can use it, or some of it, depending on how big I make the hole. Originally, I was going to make it as big as a postal digger. I don't think it needs to be that big. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be that big. I think I'm going to try to use a pipe. Some kind of pipe and hammer it into the ground. And I'm going to use some water to soften the soil. And I can drive a pipe in, get the material in the pipe, take it out, and then knock out the dirt or the mud and keep going down till I get it as deep as I want. Or as deep as the pipe will go. Or, like I said, I got to be able to pull the pipe out with the dirt. It's like making a core sample. Mama's taking her kittens out hunting again. That's probably how they caught that bird. But I think cats catch birds instinctively. They don't need to be taught that. Anyway, I gotta sit here and catch my breath. Yeah, that produced some sweat, that's for sure. What else do I need? I'm not doing any quickcrete. I'm just doing some digging and breaking concrete today to prepare for some concrete work later on. I think I'll use the can at the top of the hole. Yeah, I gotta find some cans I can use. The right size can, anyway. I think I got a few of those somewhere. He's back. I'm filling up water for the... I'm gonna take the weed killer with me. I'm gonna spray the weeds around the hay bales too. At least along the fence. South fence of the bales. I think I got the truck loaded up for when I need. Oh, I gotta load up the water yet, but let's do that when I come back out. I gotta get myself ready. I'm all sweaty now. I gotta clean up a little bit. Hot. It's hot in the sun. I hope I got shade out there. Ain't so bad in the shade. I still sweat, but still hot. Yeah, it looks a little bit greener down there. It's growing back slowly. Oh yeah, it feels good here. I'm in the shade and the breeze is blowing up the hill. Oh, it feels good. The cattle are still under the shade of the tree in the pond. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm gonna start watering that lemongrass a little bit every night. Evening, around 7 if I can remember. Just to help it grow a little bit better. Since I was too lazy to get the, oh there they are. I see them now. They're under the tree. I see the two red bulls, or 2 bulls are laying down. The red bull on this side and the white bull that way. And I see a couple cows standing. Yeah, since I was too lazy to get the grass clippings out of the barn to cover up the manure I put down, I just have to water them. I got plenty of water. Cistern's full. The 3 red buds are healthy. Yeah. A short one in the middle. That's the oldest. I don't know if that's so much as short as that one's up higher. That one's higher up on the hill. Near the corner of the house. And that one's lower down. That one's big because it's the oldest. It's the mother of all the other ones. Who came with me? Anybody else? Nope. All by yourself? I wonder if it's too hot to work. I'll survive. I got plenty of water. I got some extra water to rinse off with if I have to. Cooler in the shade, especially with the breeze blowing off across my wet, sweaty shirt. Yeah. Still trying to catch my breath. I'm not hauling that bucket up there, up the hill and up my driveway. Let's go back in the house, get ready, do some work. You staying with me? You're the only one. All right. Let's see if that other cat, neighbor's cat that came out, I wonder if it's still eating. Yeah, no, that's one of mine. No, it must have gone, must have ate what it wanted and took off. It's almost 4 p.m. I haven't gone out to the big pasture yet. I'm just relaxing in the house. I think I'm going to go out now just to see what I need to do. 4 p.m. It doesn't feel hot right now, but I just came out of air conditioning, so my body isn't heated up yet. I'm going to just drive out to the big pasture, take a look at what I need to work on. Maybe do a little work. We'll see. It's hot, but at least I'm in the air conditioning truck now. day. Humid too. Yeah, I'm thinking I should cut this too eventually. Yeah. Most of it's not so bad. It won't hurt if I don't mow it. I need to grow grass a little better if I did mow it. I just got to make sure the cattle have enough to eat. Seems like the grass grows better when it's left uncut like that. Maybe the extra vegetation gives some cover so the ground don't dry out so fast. This got a little breeze down here. Look at that, there have been some big birds are sitting in this tree. There's a big pile of crap there. Another one over there. So they must be sitting up here somewhere. Probably what? An owl maybe? Somebody's soaking in the water. Mama cow's not here yet. Maybe they're on the way down. Got the firstborn of the mama cow there. We got the fourthborn of the mama cow, the brown cow. She's had one calf so far this year. Yeah, she had her first calf. And she had her fifth calf this year. And the white cow is the firstborn of this one. And she had her second calf this year, a white one. I don't see any other cattle out here. But I'm sure they're on their way down. If these guys are here, I'm sure the other ones are coming down. So that means I should probably close this gate. I'm going up there to work on it near the corral. Yeah, I think I'll do that. The corral's just up the top of that hill. Oh, this bull's got flies too. I see horse flies on his back. More than one. Multiple ones. Okay, I gotta get going. This concrete's holding up pretty good. Creek's still full of water. Close the gate. Just in case they come in through here. Wouldn't hurt to put some oil on that cattle rub for the flies. I need a better fly control system. I can leave this gate open. I don't see any. Oh, there's the cattle. They're up there. I see mama cow there. It's hot outside, but at least I got aircon in the truck. Let's drive around and take a look at the kettle first before I do anything else. What we got up here? Looks like everybody. They still letting him nurse, huh? Man, he's big. Yeah, he was born January 25. Oh, 15. Not 25, 15. And that's the heifer laying down right beyond this cow, standing up, is the heifer had at the house. Look, there's a white calf and the white cow. The white cow went down to the pond. But there's a red cow behind her. Oh, she just got up. Yeah, red cow lost her calf this year, end of February. And then this heifer on the left, laying down. I think it's mom. Oh, it's mama's just coming up now. It's mama's just coming up. She just went through the order. She's coming up to see her baby. I don't think the other ones are coming down. The white cow and the bull had just got into the pond as I got to the bridge. And she's probably looking for her baby. Yeah. There she's calling for it. I can see her move. I'm sure she knows where she left it. I'm too lazy to get out of the truck. The last two calves born were those two calves laying down over there behind the red cow. It's the white one. The white one was the last one born, and the one laying down underneath that other brown heifer. Well, if I remember right, they're all heifers. They're all heifers. The two big ones, the one standing up, the one laying down on the right, those are heifers from last year. And this one heifer laying down on the left there, she's from last year too. She's the oldest of the heifers. Oh, here comes another cow. The mama cow of the one standing up back there. Oh no, yeah, mama cow of that one. She's the fourth over that cow, and the calf laying down way over there, laying down underneath that one standing. That's her fifth calf. Mama cow's good. She's been a good cow. Yeah, she's got a horsefly on her too. But her flies aren't too bad. They aren't too bad. Yeah. Well, let's drive around and get the other side of it. Maybe I can see them better. There's them two cows coming up. Going back for their babies. Let's just take a look. I don't plan on going down there. Kind of dry up here though. At least I got these weeds under control somewhat. I can see where they've been laying down around here. They like this spot. spinning. A little dusty. Two cows haven't made it up this hill yet. Red cow's off to the left, under the tree. Here's the two youngest ones right here. The white one was the last one born on the left, and then the calf laying down far to the left is the fifth calf of the cow coming up the hill. The one I plan on selling is that one over there laying next to the car. Yeah. She's the first calf of the white cow. Yeah. And that's her little sister here with the white one laying down. It looks kind of small too. Yeah. Only reason I kept a white cow is because she's white. She reminds me of the Italian whites I used to crossbreed with the Highlanders. Anyway, my work is across the branch there, all the way up to the other top of the other hill. And I got I thought if I waited long enough, I'd have shade over there. I guess I was wrong. Yeah, well, I'll do what I can. Sun will be there pretty soon, so it's already 4:30. So let me go over there and take a look at what I want to do. While I'm out here, I brought what I need. I brought the sprayer and some water and some weed killer. Since I'm gonna be out here anyway, I decided I'm gonna spray some of these. Probably cut those Jimson weeds over there, but I want to spray these weeds here. I'm gonna spray them weeds as much as I can. And the ones in the middle here too, behind those gates. And along the fence here, mostly. Most of the weeds along the fence. Yeah, I'll have some shade here pretty soon. I already got a little bit of shade here. If I wait a few more minutes, I'll have more. Shade on my windshield here. Anyway, I'll go see what I can do there. I think I'll work on the left side first. I want to break through the concrete in that left-hand corner down there, so I want to be able to let the water drain down into the ground. I should have thought of that when I built that. These cattle are staying in the shade. Too hot to eat. They'll go out later and eat when the sun's getting lower. I think some of them want to go down to the water. I can see. Well, at least there's a breeze up here. Yeah. I forgot to bring a broom. I got a little hand broom. I'll use that. I gotta poke a hole. I gotta break a hole through that thing. I got a chisel and a big sledgehammer if I need it. But I want to be pretty accurate. I know how much I want to. I got a can. I'm going to sit in that hole, and then I'm going to, before I put the can in, I'm going to, after I break through the concrete, I'm going to take a pipe, drive it down, and keep taking dirt out. So I think then I'll put rock in that hole, and then I'll have the can. Then I'll put the can in there. I'll have to use some cement. When I do this cement, I'll use some cement to patch it. Yeah. With the can in there, and that can will be my drain, and then I'll have a screen on it so not too much stuff goes in. But I can see there's already a lot of debris there, so I have to prevent that from going in the hole too. And here, this one will be easier because I'll just estimate where that one is, and I'll put it about the same place. I don't have to break concrete to do it. And I got some water. Once I start digging a hole, I'll put some water down in it to keep it soft, so it's easier to pull out. Like taking a core sample, soil core or something. Yeah, the cattle are moving down the hill. I think the two small calves are still over there. The white one stood up. Yeah, they're headed down to the water. That's why I closed that gate by the bridge. Pour some water into that corner. It settles to that corner anyway, just the way the ground slopes that way. Yeah, I should have put drain in from the beginning, but I didn't think it would be a problem. I'll dig that later. I'll let that soak in. I'm gonna come over here and clean this up, corner up. I'll clean all that out. I forgot my big broom. But I got a small one. A hand. Well, it's a broom without a handle, put it that way. So I'll clean some of this out. Then I'll start chiseling out a hole there in that corner. I don't know how that much dirt got in there. Had to be from the cattle. Well, they're all gone. They all went back down the hill. Even the calves. They all went down to the pond. I think I'll take this big mint plant home with me. I'll just hang it up the way it is. Just to show. I'll hang it up outside somewhere. Go to dry. I came over here. See if I can get a glimpse of the cattle. There's a pond down here at the bottom of the hill. But I can barely see the cattle through the trees. I can see them soaking in the water down there in the creek. A bridge and creek are down there, down in the bottom. Now they can come up in here if they wanted to. I know they come up over there for the road. And I see them be scratched on the cedars there, but I'm surprised they didn't eat none of this. But they can come up in here from the bottom, from the road. I let them in there, down here on this side too. That's why I had to close the gate. They don't hang out here a whole lot though. Yeah. Nice view from up here. Anyway, let's go back to work. Let's start chiseling something. I forgot my knee pad for kneeling on. I'll have to do something else. I'm inside the corral. I can also see the cattle down there. Over there. notch there, right through there. A little gap in there. There's a big tree blocking it, but I can see them. Yeah, I like my corral. I wish it was a little higher, but like that. That's a little higher. So I got it raised off the ground. This one, for some reason, I guess my posts weren't tall enough. I used short posts over here. There, I used taller posts. Helps me to raise it up. Cattle can still go around, but in the past, when I get ready to corral them, they always had a habit of, instead of going in the gate where I wanted them to, because the trailer would be there, and they were supposed to go in there or around this side, but they always either went around here to the back of me, or they went around there. So I put this other gate up. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but I put that gate there, and I put that gate there. So when I get ready to sort them, I close those two gates on the outside to force them to go in where I want, especially over here. When I feed them corn with those tubs in here, I put about 4 tubs in here, 4 or 5. And then the bigger cows, the bull, the more dominant cows, they go in here first to eat. So once they go in, then I close that gate, whether I need them or not. I put them in here just to isolate them, so they won't interfere when the other. And then I feed the rest of the tubs here along this fence. Put some corn in it, ground corn, and then I get the other ones to go in here. And I also put this, added this gate here a while back, not too long ago, to help sort them. That way I can sort them into here, and whoever I don't want to keep, I put there, but that gate's closed too. That way, if I get the wrong one in, they won't get out. And then when I get the ones in here I don't want, then I'll close this gate, and then I'll open that gate to let them out, and then I'll work with whoever's left in here. At least I'm in the shade here. Yeah, I gotta level this stuff out too. Yeah, one of these days. Not today. Okay. It's been a while since I poured that one. But I ran out of money. Yeah. I got everything set here. I got my form set, so all I gotta do is pour concrete and start leveling it. And then the last thing I do is put the cement in there. But I gotta make sure that's pretty dry, the one that goes up against the wall, the board. Otherwise it'll just slide down. I gotta make it pretty stiff. But I'll do that later. Right now I want to dig a hole. Right there. That way all the water goes down this way, so I want it to drain into the ground. I'll just use a hammer and chisel to see what I can do. Well, that's a start. I'm going to get my can, see if it's going to be the right size. Yeah. It's pretty close to the right size. Let me mark it. That's a soup can, I think. Popped out. That ought to help drain the water out. When it rains, first part's getting down in there and chiseling it out. Hard to work in a hole like that. Sloped hole to boot. Something to sit on. That might help a little bit. Take some pressure off my back.
think that's the right size. I just gotta go deeper. Actually, I gotta go all the way through the concrete. It's gonna take a while. I got about an inch at least, and the can still fits too. Getting there. I don't know how deep this is, but I've got a ways to go. I think I broke through. I still got to do some more chipping there. I still got a little bit to break out. I think the hard part's done. Well, I got it pretty deep. I still got to clean out some stuff at the bottom. But before I do that, I want to pour some water in there and see if it drains out. I think I broke through the concrete, but I can't seem to. Not easy getting all those broken pieces out of the bottom. I need something to stick in there. I tried to chisel, but I can't get underneath it. I need some kind of wire or something. This should work. I used to have to use my clippers to get out the dust from the bottom, the fine stuff. I should have brought a spoon with me. That would have been better. A spoon, a wide spoon, a rounded type, rounded end. If I can't finish today, I'll bring one tomorrow. I also made a mistake on this one. I didn't see it because of all the leaves and dirt on top, but I must have poured concrete like that in that corner to hold down that wire. And now I can't. I'm going to have to break some of that out of there before I can use that pipe. I want to use that pipe to drive down and start pulling some dirt out. Then I'll fill the hole up. When it's deep enough, I'll fill the hole up with rock that I got off the road. Let's see if I can break through. So I want to dump some water in there. See if it drains out. They better easier clean if I drain it out or get it wet. I poured some water in there, but the hole fills up. I'll let that drain down first. See if there's any drainage at all. And while I'm waiting for that to drain down, I can bust up that concrete right about there. I want to avoid the metal. I wonder if there's some metal down in that hole. That's why I couldn't break those things out. I never thought of that. Yeah. I'll clean it up some other time. Maybe tomorrow. At least I got shade here, which is good. So this time of the day is to work on it because I've got plenty of shade. In the morning there's probably shade too if the sun comes up over there. I got shade, but in the afternoon this is in sun. Okay, let's get back to this. See what I can bust. I got drip it down a little bit. I got to take it out and get the dirt out of the end. I'll keep hammering down until I get a depth I'm satisfied with. I think when the pipe is even with that board there, top of the pipe, I think that'll be deep enough. I think I got it down about 6 inches right now. It didn't drain. I'm gonna try something. I hammered it into that fence post down in there. They went down about 3 inches or so. I'm gonna take it out now. I'd have to drive it in from the other direction. The other end, I mean. Well, I turned it upside down and drove it in some. I probably put it in 6 inches or so. Now I hope I can get it out. I still got to clean out the bottom though of the concrete. There's still some concrete. It's busted up, but I think it's connected by some wire. and I head in there. I'll have to dig around in there. But I don't do that today. I'll let this water drain out first. It's draining a little faster. I'll work on it again tomorrow sometime. This time of the day is just right because it's in the shade and it's cooler toward the evening. Pull that out, and then I gotta get the dirt out of it. That's what that thing's for. Shove it through there and knock the dirt out. And I got it out. I think I got about that much dirt. It was pretty easy to take out. I wiggled a little bit and came out. Yeah, this is how far down I got it. I got that one. Long ways to go. That's all I got out. I'm going to drive it in again. I use that on top to drive it in. It was easier to drive in than it was to take out. I had to hammer it back and forth and then wiggle a lot to get it out. But I got it. All right. I think I'll just fill it with water and work on it again tomorrow because I gotta work on that tomorrow too. You know, I'll put some more water in there too. Let it drain down, soften everything up down there. I'm gonna put that back in the hole. I won't drive it in though. And then I'll pour water inside the pipe and around the hole. And I'll pour some more water there too. Maybe if it's softer tomorrow, it'll be easier to dig. Yeah, that'll hold till tomorrow. I think the cattle will mess it up. I'm gonna take my tools back home with me though. I filled the pipe up. I just set it in there. I didn't hammer it down. I'm thinking there's going to be water in there tomorrow still. That's okay. It'll be easier to dig with when it's wet. That's all I got out of the hole so far. I'm ready to go back to the house. I got something done. I still got to dig out the bottom of that hole, or the concrete in that hole. I think there might be some metal in there holding the concrete together. It's busted up though. At least around the edge. Around the edge it's busted, but can't seem to clean it out. I need a better tool to clean it out, so I'll find that at home. Something that got a little scoop on it and strong enough to hold the stuff when I pull it up. Okay, it's only 6:40 p.m. so I still got plenty of daylight left, but I'm just tired and sweaty. I got enough done for today. I got that chiseled out pretty much. Yeah. I need to clean out the bottom of the hole. And I got that hole started. Sun's there. Yeah, I'm just hot, sweaty and tired. I'm too tired to spray these weeds. I got the sprayer in the truck, but I'm too tired. I'll do it tomorrow. It ain't going anywhere. I probably won't have to spray the other side, but this side for sure. And over there by inside the gate too. Oh, at least the air is cool under the tree here. Oh yeah, wind's coming up from up there. Yeah, coming up the hill. Anyway, oh, guess I'll take the rock off. I'll use it eventually up here. I'll have to bring another can with the bottom, or I can, or maybe something with a downspout, with a spout, that I could pour the rock into the small hole. Okay, I'll have to remember that before I come out tomorrow. That and a spoon, some type of spoon to dig out what's in the hole. That hole I won't have to worry about. I'm tired. Yeah, I'll spray these weeds tomorrow. At least I got something done out here. Got it started. I'll go ahead and close the gate. I don't want them to form a habit of going through this gate. Even though they can come in here from the bottom, I don't want them making a path through here. I'm gonna have to get gas. Look, I got about a third of a tank, between a quarter and a half. I got 2 jugs of gasoline left. I haven't been using my tractor much, if any, but I'll be using some for the lawnmower. I'm still debating whether I want to mow this or not. I got the ironweeds down, and there's probably still a few more out there that I missed, or that came up since I got rid of the other ones. I'm just cooling off. Aircon feels good in here, especially with a wet shirt. Sweatshirt. Hey, get it? I got a sweatshirt on. Sweatshirt. I made myself laugh. Sweatshirt because it's full of sweat. It's just a t-shirt now. It's almost 7 p.m. That sun's strong. There's a white cow. She's always out eating when the others are in the water. Sometimes she goes in the water though, I've seen her. I thought they cleaned this up better. The gate's open so they can go in here. I guess it's too tough for them. That means they got plenty to eat. Let's go take a look at them. Looks like the red cow's in her place again on the west bank. West bank, underneath that little willow tree. Across on the other side. Bully's almost. It looks like he's sitting down almost. Yeah. I can see the horseflies on his back. Oh my gosh. He got some of them with his tail. I think he was sitting down. Dunk yourself, boy, dunk it. Yeah, the horseflies are eating them up. Oh, it's a good cattleman. I'd lock them all up into the corral and spray the heck out of it. Wouldn't hurt to keep that oiler charged up. I'll charge it tomorrow. Where am I going? How did I get in this angle here? I have no energy in my legs. I'm gonna blame it on the heat. Whew. Oh, there's the two calves. The two youngest calves are laying up over there. Let's see, 1, 2. Okay, where's the other calves at? Where's the two older calves? There's a yearling. There's 2 yearlings down in there. Three yearlings down in there. One between the red cow and the calf's mama. The calf is from last year. And there's 2 heifers between those last 2 cows. Oh, wait, I'm wrong. Oh. Yeah, he's big. The calf that's between mama cow and this red cow, that's her 6th calf from this year, January 15th. That's a bull calf. Yeah, I thought it was her. She's the 6th calf from last year. Yeah. Of mama cow. So mama cow's got both her calves on either side. So I don't know who else is out there. There's a cow missing though. There's a cow missing. I'm not sure if there's a cow. I don't know if there's a cow under there or not. She's usually right up in there, so maybe another cow's in there. Anyway, I gotta go. There's the two youngest calves born. June on the right, June 6th on the right, and July 6th on the left. The white one's on the left. I can't tell if there's a cow in there or not. Where's that other cow? I'm going to go out and look now. Yeah, those. I don't see the other cow anywhere. Where's that one? Oh, I gotta look for her. There she is. The red cow's usually the one in there. Today, the mama of that calf and the mama of that yearling there, darker brown there. Oh, mama cow's going out. Did I spook you? I didn't mean to. And there's her calf from last. Oh, that's her calf from this year. That's mama cow's calf from this year, January 20 or same 25, January 15th. Yeah, they have to put their head in there. I think it's because there's less flies in there. And that's her calf from last year. Mama cow's calf from last year. I hear a hit. I hear it. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, kind of low. Kind of low. I'm sure it's going to, it's either going to St. Louis or Scott Air Force Base. One or the other. If it's going someplace farther, it'd be up higher. They're all going out to eat again, except these three. The red cow likes this spot. She's usually got her head in there, but I guess this cow will beat her to it. That's the fourth. No, that's the third offspring of the mama cow, that red one. And she's had two calves. Her first calf was a red bull at the house. Her second one she lost at the end of February. I don't know what that was because the vultures got to it before I found it. I found it about 2 weeks after she had it, so that don't make me a very good cattleman. I didn't put two and two together. I saw the signs, I just didn't connect the dots that she had a calf. I thought she was getting ready to have a calf. Live and learn. Yeah, that's a good looking calf there that just stood up. It's only a month older than the white one. And it's ready. A lot bigger. Well, I guess it should be bigger, but the white one is the second calf from the white cow. Our first calf, I believe, is that one there. I think. And I'm probably going to sell it. Well, I can't watch these guys all day. They're still soaking. Yeah, he's got some horseflies on his back. And he don't like it. When I come out tomorrow, I'll charge that weather. Time to go home and cool off and clean up. There's another white spot. That means their bird was sitting up here, a big bird. Don't know what kind though, probably an owl. There's what, one, two, at least 2 or 3 white spots there on that end. The trees are bigger. Could be vultures, I guess. Not sure. Good thing I stopped. I forgot to close that gate. I'd be in big trouble. Oh boy. That'd be a big mistake if they found that gate open. These cows could be anywhere by tomorrow. But I'm glad I looked back and saw the gate open. Yeah. They all came out now to eat. Yeah, it's a little cooler now. And there's still stuff here to eat. Otherwise they wouldn't go out there to look for it. I better go close this gate. I was looking right at it before. I just took a quick glance back before I got in the truck, and oh boy. Bugs are tripping. Noisy. And white cow's down in there. I guess she went to get a drink. Well, now I gotta go home. Now the gate's closed. No worries. Now, I'm pooped. Energy's drained right out of me. All that chiseling that concrete, it wore me out. Especially sitting on the ground. I tried sitting on those rubber tubs, but that just didn't work. Didn't work at all. I'll look at the cattle on the way out. Oh, that's right. I always forget. I was going to start cutting them trees down. The one past that dead tree. Yeah. I gotta find my little axe. There's still plenty of water in the stream though, so I'll have to wear some kind of boots or go barefoot. I'm not sure if I can even do it. Probably be better if I just hire somebody to drag them out. That's what I should do. Well, I could use the exercise or the workout, what do you want to call it. I haven't chopped trees down in a long time. Yeah, I'd like to get some more mulberries like this one here. This is a mulberry here. I could get some more planted here. I got a big open space here. I can plant at least 1 or 2 here in this gap. I believe I had red buds here, but I think they died. I think that the mulberry is just a volunteer I put one here, but then it ruins my view. I put one right here, but it ruined my view when I drive into the pasture, so I'm not going to do that. I'll just leave this open here. Yeah, guess I'll be cutting grass here too pretty soon. I don't want to wait too long. It's not really that big. I gotta cut that one big weed out though. Whew. Yeah, I missed it the last time. Okay, let's head home. Okay, this is where the oil road starts. And they patched this in front of my house, and they patched that hill going up way over there. And then they resurfaced, put oil down or hot tar, and then chipped it again. So they made it pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. At least I got that work started out there on that cattle trailer. Tire wrap. Yeah, it won't be long. I'll be buying Quikrete again. I think I used 10 or 11 bags last time I did the other side. I don't remember exactly. Wait, I think I hit them. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to look. Sun's getting low already. It's 7:23. I guess I'll work on these berries tomorrow sometime. Probably tomorrow evening. I just don't feel like today. I think they're getting riper in the buckets. That's about it for today then. I'm just going to go in, get out of these wet clothes, and probably take a nice shower, clean up, and then rest. And eat too, of course. That's all for today. I don't feel like watering the lemongrass today. They look okay. I'll try to do it tomorrow night. Just too tired. Where's the cattle at? I don't see them anywhere. Oh, there's the sun going down. Over there. Oh, bugs are eating me up. Oh, they're nibbling on the stuff down in there. I'm still going to let it grow back more before I cut my next patch. Bugs make a lot of noise. I think those are cicadas. Cicadas?